Hello, everybody. We are here to do a preview / review of a new aircraft that is coming out this week, October 7th, this Friday. This is a hot air balloon that has been developed by Hype Performance Group. You know them for the helicopter, the Airbus H145, which is a payware helicopter, and their free helicopter, which I believe is the H135. That is on flights. What was trying to figure out which one that was. It was, yes, flightsim.to. That's where you get the 135 at. So this one, so the other two helicopters are early access. This helicopter is not an early access product. It is a full release, and it's obviously this Friday. It will be exclusively released on their website, which I will be putting in the description below, so if you guys want to go check it out. This balloon, though, is highly detailed in 4K, has 17 liveries. This is obviously just one I'm using. They put a lot of detail into this with the burners and the tablet in there, and they also added a few fun functionalities that makes this a very interesting hot air balloon. Probably out of the most immersive hot air balloon, because I know that in Flight Simulation 10 or X, however you want to say it, they had a hot air balloon that was not really that intricate or complex. It was just you point and go. This one here is a little more realistic. It has realistic burner sound and environmental sounds. The hot air balloon also has a actual flight model that is a fully integrated internal hot air balloon and envelope simulation. So you can keep the hot air in the balloon, or you can release it to come down to Earth faster. The power plant it has is two 12 million BTU burners, and they're realistic visuals and sound effects. This thing is awesome. So let's go ahead and get it and start going. So you can see it's already on the ground. So let's come up here. So this is these are not labeled like if you go over this, it says gas on, gas off, and then on off. This is your pilot light. This is, I don't know, these are probably more likely your valves to allow gas into the pilots. So all right, so I'm using my throttle quadrant. Half throttle on your throttle quadrant opens up one burner. Full throttle opens up two burners. We're going to go ahead and get this thing off the ground. Let's go ahead and close the envelope. And the balloon is now lifting. And then now we take off. As you can see, the windsock here actually is pointing towards the southeast direction. It looks. You have your temperature gauge right here. You can either so come over here to your. So let me get zoom in a little closer so we can get a better look at this. This is your aircraft setup. You can come change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Your PC time to sim time. So I'm going to put this sim time. So it's right now 6:25 p.m. in sim. You do have fireworks, which I'll show you those here in a little bit. But right now we are at 370 degrees inside the balloon itself. And so we'll be rising for a little while. It's really, really cool. They put a lot of work into this. You can actually turn off and on your valves for your gas. I'm pretty sure this is this is propane, more than likely. Let's see, what else is there? Got Flappy Birds. You can actually set up nearby other helicopters. Almost the helicopters. Nearby balloons. So you can go from like, obviously 3 to 50. Let's throw 50 up there. Maximum distance. Yep. All right, cool. Create. And then they are start popping up around you. That is cool. All the way around you. Now, I'm not sure if they're static or not. They look static. So soon, I'm sure that once this releases, I'm sure you're going to have other developers, other people that make liveries. You're going to make other liveries for these different things, like probably a Remax. I hope that someone does a Remax one. That'd be really cool. I really also hope someone goes out there, or at least High Performance Group allows it, and allows them to make different balloons. Like, okay, we just took off from Marysville, Ohio. Marysville, Ohio has a balloon festival every year. Every year there's this one balloon that shows up that's really cool and unique. It is the only balloon that is a Yoda head. So the actual balloon itself is a head of Yoda, and with the ears and everything. Really cool. So I'm really hoping stuff like that is released. I mean, I'm sure it will be, just in time. It's like right now we're leaving Marysville. We're actually heading. I want to say we're heading. Let's go to the map and check. So you have a little nav map, which is if you wanted to use this. So there's two ways to travel with this. You can travel with the in simulator wind, which is Microsoft's wind direction, whether they pull from the real life weather, or if you want to do it yourself. Or you can use a little nav map, which we plot out a flight plan, and it will follow the flight plan. I kind of like the thought that it's just going to go where the wind pushes you, which is more realistic. Let's see, where's the map? There's the map. So the map here actually will show you, give it a moment to load, right here. We are moving, kind of looks like we're moving southwest. You can click on this, it'll change the speed. We're moving at 26 miles an hour. We're at 3,000 feet and rising, almost 3,000 feet and rising, and we're heading in the direction of 228 degrees. Heading up 228. You have your temperature inside the hot air balloon. You have your altitude. This is the digital version. This is analog. I can talk for a second. And then you have this right here for your vertical speed, which is how I believe is how fast you're going up. Let's see what else you have. You have also a hype radio now. So the way I've read it in the guide is that wherever you're at locally in the sim, is you're going to pick up the radios in that area. So it's like you're picking up actual local radio stations wherever you're at, specifically in the actual sim. Really cool. I would show it, but that would probably ding me for a copyright infringement, which I will not show then. So like right here, you can use Microsoft Flight Sim Wind or Flight Plan. We're using the Wind. Then you can hold, I believe this is hold altitude and hold height over terrain. That stuff I really haven't messed a lot with. But right now it's really cool. So we're going to show the fireworks now. So the fireworks are pretty cool. So they're right here behind this guy. You just grab one and just keep clicking until it ignites. There we are. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. They threw a little extra in there, extra little bonus, which is really cool. Really didn't expect that, honestly. My radio's off, which is perfect because I think this thing will actually work. It'll actually call ATC, which was annoying. Let's see. Let's go to maps again. We are still gaining altitude, it looks like. We're going to pull this and drop our altitude now. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what other developers come out for, like liveries and stuff on flightsim.to. I really want a Yoda head. I want the Yoda head on this thing. I like to see other ones, more famous hot air balloon designs like the Remax. It's really the only one I could think of off the top of my head. I'm sure you guys in the chat below will tell me what other popular hot air balloons there are, designs. So, also I know that I've asked someone that has chased hot air balloons. So there is never really a set path of where it goes. It's just the wind. They have to basically see where the wind is going to see if they can fly. Then they will go in that direction, and they may have a guesstimation on where to land, but sometimes it's not in the right or the planned spot like they were hoping for. Like, I've talked to someone that said they landed in a farmer's field, and the farmer was not a happy camper. So you really have to plan this out. I mean, as far as I'm aware, you have to really plan this stuff out to actually work. I mean, I almost once helped someone with flying a hot air balloon, but it didn't pan out. But let's see where we can land. We're pretty high up though, so it may take it a minute for us to land, unless we just release a lot of. There's the envelope. It opens up. All the hot air escapes through there. We are down to 100, and we're going to want to close that up. Down to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, which means I kind of say that's dangerous levels. I believe at about 100 degrees, it's going to start almost deflating, I guess. I'm not sure. But we're going to keep an eye on that. We're already losing altitude at a decent pace. You can click on that. We're at 981 meters. 3,200 feet. We're dropped below. All right, so let's grab the fireworks again. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. Oh, right there. We just flew straight through the fireworks. So at night, this thing actually does light up too. So we're going to transition to a more darker for a moment. Right there. So when you turn the pilots on, it does actually light up the balloon, which is cool. That's pretty cool, I thought. I handed it to Hype Performance Group. They put a lot into this. They put a lot of time into this. All right, let's take it back a little bit. Right about there. They put a lot of effort into this, and I appreciate them reaching out to me on doing a video, or at least doing a preview/review and my input on this. And I love it. I mean, there's not much to it. It's kind of more of a relaxing type of thing, but still, it's fun. It's really cool. It gives you a different aspect of the entire environment of Flight Sim. It's quiet. You can hear the air flow around you from the air you're in when this high up. It's really impressive. We're still falling. We're at we're approaching 2,500 feet, which is just fine. But yeah, once we land, we'll deflate the balloon. We're approaching 112 degrees up in here. Yeah, that's a lot of BTUs these things put out. It's a very powerful, very, very powerful burners. We have a lot of field out here we can fly or land in. Hopefully our recovery truck will find us. That's another thing I think high performance probably should do. So when you take off, you should probably have your the actual recovery truck right next to you, so that you basically it looks like they just unloaded you and stuff like that. I mean, that would be interesting, but I mean that would probably take quite a bit of detail to do that stuff like that. It's gonna be cool to see what other people do with the liveries, the different liveries. Yeah, in the comment section below, if you guys know anything about how the the hot air balloons operate, like when they take off and how they plan on landing, if they even do. Like, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not an actual hot air balloon pilot. Say that 10 times fast. So we're gonna go ahead and give this thing a little more juice. Oh, there's a house up here. House right there. That's not good. We're 1,800 feet. See if we can miss this house. I mean, I don't know. It looks like we're going to be close to it. Had to make sure this was actually the valve is closed or the envelope. Ooh, this could be close. 1,500 feet. Moving at 20 miles an hour, 19 miles an hour. Clouds out in the distance. Wow. Let's get more little sunlight in here. So the only ever times I've seen a hot air balloon fly is either in the mornings, early mornings, or in the evenings. And why are we turning? Wind was to cut us in another direction. That puts this house in danger. All these houses in danger. We may be able to land just before the house. Oh, yep, I think we're going to miss the house. 800 feet. Oh, we're going to land in the middle of a or at least a farm field. Crop fields. Well, we landed. That was a pretty good landing. It's going to release the rest of the hot air. The balloon should then fall. Gave her some time. 97 degrees. 95, 94. There it is. There it is. Now she's starting to shrivel. A little more time and she will fall over. There she goes. So clearly the altitude right here was not legit. That's off. And there's no way to, looks like, to set that. But there you go. HPG, High Performance Group. They've done a great job with this. Highly recommend it. So if I had to give this thing a 10 or a 1 out of 10 rating, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, I give it a 9, 8.5, 9. Because there's obviously still more improvements that can be done to this. Plus, I'm only running the dev copy of this. So like right here, all these jagged lines, these probably can be smoothed out. I'll give it time though. This is pretty daggone good though. I gotta say that the flames, the sound of it, the burners, the flames, they look super real. They look super good. Let's go ahead and close the envelope. But yeah. So if there was a recovery truck right now, would they be recovering the hot air balloon, putting it all up, and then driving off, and having it very ticked off farmer over here? But yeah, let's go ahead and fire off another set of fireworks. Come on. Oh, firing right into the balloon. Seems legit. That's funny. That's good. I like that. It's attack! No, I'm just kidding. All right. Yep, that's it. I highly recommend it. Like I said, $15 on their website. It releases this Friday. Highly recommend it. Hey everyone, have yourself a great rest of your day.